Quinn is back, and it was really nice in the city today. It really wasn't bad. I feel guilty almost.
Great. And meanwhile, a state of emergency has been issued out in like Southampton, the South Shore of Long Island, Nassau, Suffolk County. They're gonna get a blow from this storm. And I think, KJ, you and I were talking earlier. I said, look, it's not the biggest nor'easter that Long Island has ever had. But it is a nor'easter. It's off your shores by 100, 150 miles or so, maybe a little bit more. But it's affecting the coastal areas with some flooding conditions, some beach erosion. That's going to be the big story. That will be the takeaway from all this. Right now, we go outside. And here in New York City, okay, you can see there are some clouds out there. They are moving from the east to the west. They will eventually push even further inland. But let's talk about what we're going to be getting as far as the effects out of this system, because what a story this is. Look at the temperatures. You're 69 in the city right now. You were 71 for a high. You're 49 in the Hamptons, okay? Cloud cover throughout your day, rain cool there as well. Will that big rain make its way across the city? Will the big winds make their way through the city out to the western suburbs? Well, I don't think the toughest part's going to go well to the west. I mean, 31-mile-per-hour gusts currently being recorded from the Hamptons over to Babylon, 22-mile-per-hour gusts from the city out to Sparta. So everybody dealing with wind gusts, right? I mean, they're out there. But it's a breezy day in the city and points west. Long Island, you have a windy day out there. Some of those wind gusts could get up to potentially 50 miles per hour, and then there could be some power outages because a tree limb comes down. Things like that is a risk today. So you look at the radar picture. You can zoom inside here around the city, and we've got some very light showers just flirting with the East River, but not really making their way into Manhattan right now. Brooklyn, Queens, you're catching some light rain. But then look at this, just a little bit to the west. Anywhere from, say, Islip up to Oyster Bay, you're in a dry slot right now. And then you will find another little band of light rain around Smithtown and Coram, pushing off to the west. But the heaviest rain, the further east you go, anywhere from the Twin Forks, primarily the North Fork, all the way to Riverhead. You want to know if that big rain is going to be making its way across the area. And while the low is going to move maybe a little bit to the west, not too much. It's kind of stationary, and it doesn't move really at all until this front, which is way out around the Dakotas right now. The Dakotas, by the way, are picking up between 1 to 2 feet of snow out of this front. Well, this is going to come through, and it will eventually sort of push everything out into the ocean. When does that happen? Well, let's time it all out for you. So here we are. This is all setting up just fine. You get into your day on Friday. Friday, we've got more cloud cover. There's your offshore storm, still offshore, right? So the further east you go, the more you'll be affected. Then you get this slot of pretty clear air, but it's not all clear because you go too far west, you find that front coming through with its own cloud cover. Now you get into your day on Saturday. Front is still sort of just offshore. Saturday, it's like that sun and cloud mix, but we're transitioning, but in comes this front. And if you're thinking you're going to get a lot of rain out of this front, watch what happens here. It just encounters some dry air, falls apart. It does its job pushing that system out of the area. Sunday's the better portion of your weekend. 66 Saturday, 68 on Sunday. And then across the board, we're looking at 73 come Monday, sort of a sun and cloud mix, a pleasant day for Monday. Tuesday, that looks fantastic out there. Wednesday, you're 65, more clouds in the air, maybe a little bit of a rain chance there, about 61 for your day on Thursday. So the story right now, I believe, will be the coastal erosion of the South Shore of Long Island. Mo, just over to you.
Okay, Lonnie, thanks.